It happens to be the NRM Liberation Day, but of course here in Wakiso, there is an exercise that is ongoing. It's the verification of the veterans and the survivors, and these were part of the NRM. But today, I'll first of all speak to these people, what it means for them, being the day that they sacrificed for the country, but also some of them lost their relatives, some of them lost the property in this liberation struggle. And then I will be speaking to the people who are here to do the verification and make sure that, yes, they get whatever they are supposed to be getting from the sacrifice they made for Uganda. Let me first of all speak to the team leader of this exercise, and this is Major Kenneth Nyakamwe. He's the team leader of the verification exercise in East Uganda, right? Yes. And also to brief me about what we've covered before, what the report is like from Nakaseke, Nakasongola, Luwero, and other areas. And from here, today and tomorrow, we're going to be here. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining Morning at NTV Afande.
Thanks so much, representative of NTV. I'm Major Kenneth Nyakamwe from Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. I'm the team leader of East Uganda pension team exercise, which has so far 100 Nakasongola, Luwero, Nakaseke, Mitiana, and today we are at Wakiso. At Wakiso we are going to have 2 days, that is today and tomorrow, that is 26th and 27th.
As we go into this verification, let me first of all take you to the D-Day, because you are here because of today, 26th January, yes, as the UPDF, as NRA. But for you, what do you think, how do you remember this day? What do you think the contribution was for you, for your family, so that we are here on the 26th day, the Liberation Day?
The same exercise which is here, at the same time we celebrate, we commemorate the National Liberation Day, 26 Jan 1986, when the current government got into power and people enjoyed. It was for the sake of peace and stability, and the families, as you see, most of the people around, the people gained by having peace and stability within their areas.
Okay, and let's go to the reason as to why you're here, the verification. What exactly are you looking for from these people already gathered here?
Generally, this verification exercise is looking into verifying claimants, that is veterans and survivors who served the military consciously, fought the war, contributed into this peace and stability. So we are looking into backlog files that could reward those who served in those previous armies. There are some retired and others deceased. So most of the people were paid and others haven't yet been paid. That's why we are looking into an exercise so that people can as well be paid. More so, as a pension, we have a payroll, so we are trying to have a payroll integrity so that we can verify and ascertain the genuinity of our payroll.
Thank you so much, Afande Kenneth Nyakamwe. I know you are the team leader and you have to brief these people who came here as early as 6 a.m. So I'll let you go and brief them as I engage with the spokesperson of the 1st Division of the UPDF, Major Charles Kabona, to also give me more insight. I think unless there's anything else you want to add.
No, thanks so much. As we are in the process, you can see the number is big. I request to allow me move on with the people so that we can carry on our exercise successfully. Thanks so much. Those where we have not reached, I can say from here after 2 days we shall go to Mpigi. From Mpigi we shall go to Karungu. Gomba, and Butambala. More information we shall be conveying it so that people can get informed, so that they get to know the days we shall be there. Okay. I request the concerned to keep on mobilizing, as I thank all those who have been mobilizing with them, like RDCs, DSOs, all stakeholders who have really gave us the hand in mobilization, and you can see the numbers big. Stakeholders are doing well. I thank them so much, and they should maintain the mobilization so that we can have our exercise successfully. Thanks so much.
Thank you to Afande Major Kenneth Nyakamwe, the team leader of the verification exercise, but also I also congratulate you for having been here on the Liberation Day. Let me now, you can go and take on the exercise. Let me now turn to Major Charles Kabona, the spokesperson of the 1st Division of the UPDF. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for whatever you're doing here, because you know these people have been waiting for so long.
Thank you, Stephen. Good morning, our dear viewers. I'm Charles Kabona, and the spokesperson for UPDF 1st Division. The same time, spokesperson for the team handling East Uganda. As you know, Comrade Stephen, today is a great day for us, and there is a correlation between today and these survivors and veterans are seeing around here, because it was through their sweat, blood, and sacrifice and tears that we have reached as a country. Therefore, these people are very blessed to see that they have come here to be verified at the same day when we are remembering our gallant soldiers, our gallant comrades, the deceased and the alive, for their contribution. Taking you back to what we are doing, some time back, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs launched this campaign, launched this exercise of verification of veterans, survivors, and widows. We started on 17th, and for the East Uganda, 17th to 18th, we were in Nakasongora, 19th to 21st, we were in Ruwero, and as you are aware, that Ruwero, it was the base of the NRM liberation struggle. Therefore, we got a very big number. We are overwhelmed by numbers because of the historical factors of the struggle. Today we are here in Wakiso, but I'd like to shed some light on the categories. I'd like to shed some light on the categories of the veterans we are interested in, so that when you are still there, you haven't come, you can know the category we are interested in. And this exercise will continue up to 5th February this year.
That will be just a day to the Tarahi Sita.
Exactly. Therefore, we are interested in the veterans. But I'd like to inform everybody that the veterans, these are soldiers who served honorably and retired from active service. And they went back home, and they are veterans. Therefore, we are interested in those veterans who retired and got the certificate from the UPDF, and now they are getting the pension. If you are getting the pension and you're a veteran, that means we need you to come and we verify you as part and parcel of accountability to know that you are still alive, because we are paying you pension on monthly basis. That's one category. Second category, there are some veterans after retiring honorably and they went back home. Unfortunately, they died.
So what happens then?
Now, if you died, that means you have survivors. You have children, you have widows, you have claimants. Therefore, they can also come. We see them physically, we verify them. If you died after retirement, that means you can come with a death certificate. You also come with a national ID.
You know, Afande Kabona, there are some people, maybe they went to other places, and maybe their houses got burnt, they lost all the property. They don't have anything that could present to you before here. And there are those who even contributed to the struggle through prayers. They were on their knees, they prayed for the struggle, and here we are. So how do those people, how would you handle those people?
Of course, this was a people's liberation struggle, and we believe each and every Ugandan made a humble contribution. But they were fighting so that Uganda can get democracy, they can get fundamental human rights, they can get the rule of law as a country, and I believe what they fought for, what they shed blood for as a country, we have achieved it. Therefore, those ones who were in the military, as I told you, and they are veterans, we shall have to verify them and see what they are getting monthly, if they are still alive. And if, yes,
documents.
Yes, exactly. Now, if you are still alive and you're a veteran, I would like to shed some light on what are we interested in. If you are coming today and you're a living veteran, we need you to come with a national ID. You come with a bank statement at least for 2 months, and you also come with a discharge certificate. And if you are a dead veteran, your family members can come with a discharge certificate, also come with a national ID of that person who is claiming, so that we can see that that person has died, but the family can continue getting the benefits of the foreign comrade.
Okay, let's also speak.
I'd like to shed more light on another category, like the foreign militants or soldiers. You die when you are still in active service. Your family is entitled to get some benefits. You can come and we document you, but this time, if you have never been documented, that means you must come with different documents. For example, you must come with a family letter authorizing you to process the money of the foreign person, comrade, this time. We also need you to come with the LC1 letter, because we believe LC1 knows each and everybody in his or her area of vicinity. We also need you to come with a letter of administration from the magistrate court. You come with a national ID. You come with a passport size photo. You come with a death certificate. This one serves to all those foreign soldiers who are still in active service. We are putting all these measures in place so that the money goes to a rightful person.
Okay.
Then we are also handling another category, whom we call ex gratia. These are soldiers who served in old armies. For example, those ones who fought in the Second World War, those ones who served in UD, those ones who served in UA, and those ones who served in UNLA, 1985, going down to 1981. Therefore, most of them have died, but some are still alive. And the beauty is, most of them were paid some time back. But in case you are there, maybe you are still alive, or you are a survivor of that category of ex gratia, and you died, your family members are also entitled to come and get a package. They give you a package at once, and they stop there. You don't continue getting a pension. Therefore, we are doing very well, and we are progressing very well, and we are so grateful to the local authorities, like the RDCs, the DSOs, the LOCs, and the media fraternity, which has done a great job as far as disseminating this information to our target audience, who are the veterans and the survivors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Afande Charles Kabana, UPDF First Division spokesperson. Let's also speak about this Liberation Day, because you, as the UPDF, as NRA, you went the bush to struggle for peace and liberation and whatever form, economic, political, and human rights and whatever. But today, when you look at some of the incidents that are happening, they tend to paint a picture that doesn't seem to be with the reasons as to why you went to the bush. For example, I'll give you examples. People would say that when you see people being arrested, court says release them on bail, and then they are then rearrested. When you see UPDF people in uniform doing some acts on civilians, or even other people who are in the same service, a Twitter service. Recent case which is under investigation of the incident that happened, a UPDF soldier who's believed to have knocked a police officer. So some of these issues, some of these incidents paint a picture that doesn't go well with what you went to the bush to do, to serve liberation, to serve peace and human rights.
Thank you very much, Stephen. I'd like to inform you that what our forefathers all our NRA fighters under the leadership of the current President General, your President Museveni, what they went for, to fight for in the bush, we have achieved it. There was no democracy in that time. You remember what happened in 1980 elections. There was no rule of law. There was state-inspired killings, and even the fundamental human rights of our Ugandans were violated. Therefore, what we went for, fight for in the bush, we have achieved it.
And we don't want to go back there.
And of course, we don't want to go back. And so long as UPDF is still in existence, we shall not go back, because we made a social contract with the people of Uganda to ensure we protect them and their property, and they live in a paradise where they can have peace and tranquility. And I strongly believe, as a country, Uganda is a role model, and we have achieved it. Therefore, on that part of some indiscipline of some few individuals, that's purely isolated cases, which are of some few individuals, which we always come out to condemn in the strongest terms.
Because they taint your image.
Exactly. They don't reflect the institutional position. Therefore, if you commit a crime and you're in uniform, you have committed it as an individual. Unlike in the past, whereby there was state-inspired killings which were embraced by the regime in power. This time, if you commit a crime and you're in uniform, nobody is above the law, because there is rule of law in this country. You have seen our soldiers, irrespective of the ranks, officers and soldiers, appearing in a military court-martial. That's a clear manifestation that the rule of law that took us in the bush to fight for, we have achieved it. Therefore, we are a people's army, and we are subjective to people's leadership, but whoever commits a crime, he has committed it as an individual, and we have got administrative measures, we have got legal measures, we have got mechanisms at all levels, right from the unit. We have general court martials, we have the UPDF Act 2005. All these are measures that were put in place by the army leadership, that we remain as a disciplined force, we remain as a people's force, because our center of gravity as UPDF, the people of Uganda.
Thank you. Thank you, Major Charles Kabuna. I'll get back to you as we wind up this conversation, but let me also engage some of these. Yes, thank you. Let me also engage some of these survivors, the veterans. Let them explain to me. Sebo, what's Zotia? Nasibonjakukwatira kulika okutuuka ku lunaku luno. Tutegeeza kinene nnyo gy'oli.
Sebo mawamba.
Wawamba.
Mawamba yetu bwaba nga 26 January Sebo.
Erinnya ly'essebo.
Amannya gange bampita Joseph Basabala. Ndi mutuuze w'e Kabaale. N'ensonga endeese kubanga kitange be bamu ku baatandika olutalo luno be baawanga Museveni mmere. Bawanga Museveni mmere era nga bakumba ne OP.
Sooka ombuulire ku mboozi eyo, bazadde bo be baani baakulira kiddala ddala?
Wange omu baamuyitanga Yosefu Musiseeguya, maama wange omu baamuyitanga Nuuru Nansubuga, naye nga bonna baafa olutalo lwabalya. Olw'ensonga nti omu yafiira Kabaale, omu baamutira Bukomero, ne bamusalako amabeere bamuvunaana ogw'obuyeekera. Waaliwo abantu abaali abalirizi baaga nti abooti be baaliisanga Museveni mu lutalo. N'olwekyo bwe nawulidde nga waliwo okuwandiika nga kuno, ne ŋŋamba kaŋŋende, bukyanga bakadde bange abo bafa sifunangayo buyambi wadde n'akamu. Nasigala nze nali nkyali mwana muto, kubanga ze nazaalibwa 1974. Olutalo lwagenda okubeerawo nga nkyali mwana muto.
Kati gwe wategeera otya nti ddala mwategeera mutya nti ddala bano baafiira mu lutalo, tebafiira kintu kirala kyonna?
Nedda baafiira mu lutalo kubanga taata wange baamukuba masasi, era okugulu kuno kwonna ne kusensebuka. Ye namuziikako naye maama saamuziikako, kubanga bajja ne bamukwata ne bamutuggyako. Waliwo abamu ku bo abaali batumanyi nti tuli bemasuuliita ne baga nti abayeekera bemasuuliita, ne bamukwata ne bakola ki ne bamutta, era simanyi na mafiire. Ye taata wange namuziikakokko.
Kibi nnyo. Kakati mmwe abantu nga mmwe wasigala oli mulekwa, mulowooza eggwanga lino lyandibadde libafaako litya? Kiki kye njjako? Waddewo okuwandiika okw'enjawulo, bayamba abantu ab'enjawulo mu bintu ebimu, abavubuka, abakyala na bintu ebityo. Kati mmwe nga tewazirwanako ne wasigala oli mulekwa, tolina alabirira, amaziga ago gweyitamu ebbanga lino lyonna, ki ekyetaaga okukolera abantu nga mmwe ne bana balala?
abantu nga ffe twali twetaaga okuyambibwa naye mu kuyambibwa ffe tetufunye kuyambibwa wadde n'akamu buli lwotuuka gy'otuuka waliwo ne munnange omukyala ali RDC namugamba twalinaye mu kampu ne mugamba munnange bakadde bange wali bamanya nga nti ebyo ebintu by'abakadde byaliibwa dda ebyo biveeko genda weekolera ebibyo awo wensabira gavumenti yandibadde naffe tulowoozaako kubanga
wenjagala wennyini mu kulowoozaako kati gozze wano ki kyoyagala abakulu bagenda kuwandiika
akayumba ne bandizimbidde akayumba kubanga sitasobola kukazimba
kati biki byozze nabyo byokulaga nti ddala gwe mutuufu
nzize n'ebbaluwa y'erosi ebbaluwa y'erosi eno okuva ewaffe eka bali ku kyalo kwentuula sebo yiino nzize okuyambibwa kubanga olutalo twalimu nga twali bakadogo naye twali kubanga nze natuukako lumu ekkanga veeyo Museveni baali bawandiika nga waliwo n'okutendeka ne banga ati gwe kadogo okyali muto ddayo ne batwala kojja wange Kabaale ye n'agenda n'alwana.
Nga bwe ngenda ku bantu afandi Kabona ensonga y'abakadogo mulimu abadduka mu lutalo musango kuva mu desertion is a crime under Updf Act but mulimu abasaba basonyiwe babadde kubanga baddukamu nga tebategedde bali bana bato bayingira nga ekintu bakibayingiza oba bakiyingira naye natuuka ne bagamba nti ate oluvannyuma ne bejjusa lwaki bavaavaamu abantu abalina kukolebwa batya.
Thank you very much. UPDF is a professional force and every profession, whether teaching profession, whether medical profession, it has do's and don'ts. Therefore, as UPDF, when you desert from the army, you have committed an offense. That's number one.
Bachimanyi musango naye kati bagala they want to be pardoned.
If they want to be pardoned, we don't say the laws are there and laws are very, very clear. We may not be there hunting for those people. That's number one in their areas, but they should know at the back of their mind that what they did, first and foremost, why do they join the forces? They get our training, they get our skills, and they desert away. What was the intention? What have they been doing in the villages? Therefore, we don't take it lightly as people in uniform because we have laws governing UPDF as an institution.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I will also get back to you for other issues. Let me also speak to another lady here. Nyabo. Wasizola nsaba osembeye kone mpola mpola. Wasote nyabo.
Bulungi sebo. Wasote sebo.
Bulungi nyabo. Alinnya lero ovirideko wa.
Amanya Sesanga Florence Mugerwa. Nviridde Matugga.
Okay, kakati wano mpola mpola waneno. Oviridde Matugga. Nyabo nsaba ombulire gwe kikyo wenyumiza mu lunaku luno era kikyo wakola kyogamba kino okubanga mukola ki mulirwa.
Olwaleero ndi wano ndi mukyala w'omugenzi Meja Isa Sesanga. Olwaleero tuzze mu kifo kino nga batuyise okuverifyinga ebintu byaffe. Maybe bamanye abakyali abalamu n'abakyali n'abafu oba maybe mulimu ne ba ghosts nabo babajjemu yensonga lwaki tuli wano tuzze tuverifyinga.
Kugambwe tulimu tuzze kubanja.
Already nze ndi pensiona nze nsasula buli mwezi esebo.
Kyenyumirizaamu.
Of course nkyenyumirizaamu nga omukyala w'omugenzi eyalwanirira eggwanga n'afiira ku mulimu kubanga died in action yafiira Wakoni mu 2002 mwezi gw'omusanvu. Mbadde pensiona era nkyali pensiona nsasulwa omusaala buli mwezi esebo.
Kakati ng'ogyeko okusasulwa omusaala ogwo waliwo ekyenjawulo kyemugamba nti kintu kyonna ekikolebwa abantu nga ffe oba bannamwandu oba abaana bamulekwa ekyenjawulo kyemugamba nti ddala ogyeko guno omusaala kubanga guyinza obutakumazaako ku baana b'olina simanyi baana bameka b'olabirira naye ekintu ekyenjawulo kyogamba kino kiyinza okubeerawo kyalubeerera olwolya.
Maybe gavumenti yaffe kye tugisaba ffe nga bannamwandu kyamazima ssente tezikyatumala wekanga kati nina omuggalanda asomera emitwalo 95 wano ku Kyaddondo akyalina okweyongerayo then n'abalala bakyagenda so kitegeeza ssente zeefuna tezikyakola ki tezikyatubala. gavumenti naffe tulowoozeko nga bannamwandu efuneyo nga zino ze tuwulira ez'emyoga ng'emyoga particularly ziri ku bannamwandu fe abaafiirwa abasajja baffe nga bakola maybe naffe twongere mu bubizinesi bwaffe kubanga tulina bubizinesi bwe tukolera tetutudde so zisobola okutwongera mu maaso singa batuwadde that opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much. You seem to make a valid point. I don't know whether you can also put that point across in English because there are so many, like Afande Governor who is here, who understand more when you speak in English.
I can stop there.
Okay, thank you so much. And this is what is happening here. It's a verification of veterans and survivors. Of course, this also comes on a day when NRM is commemorating and celebrating 36 years of being in power, and this was brought and after a liberation struggle. Stephen Mbide, FFSW Chibuga, now taking you for a short commercial break, and then Morning at 10 TV continues with more conversations. Keep it.